Hello, everyone, and welcome to my presentation on time orientation and management and how that has to do with nonverbal communication. Here's a brief overview of time and communication. According to Burgoon, Guerrero, and Floyd, uh, chronemics are how humans perceive time as a form of communication. Time is a human invention, and we use events like development of a child or the changing of seasons to mark certain places in time. Um, there's physical cycles which are usually um, like one rotation of the Earth on its axis is seen as a day, and then seasons have to do with the moon revolving around the Earth. Whereas there's also biological cycles, which are diurnal rhythms, and that's how we create sleeping patterns, eating behaviors, blood pressure, and basically how all those things are affected by night and day and light and dark. Um, these biological cycles also explain why if somebody was to be in a room where there's no light, they'd basically lose all um, feeling of time. They wouldn't know what time it is, what time of day it is, when it is, or what month it is. Like they would lose all of that. Continuing on that, there are displaced and diffuse point patterns. People with displaced point patterns usually tend to see time as more of a static time, which means that if they have somewhere to be at 1:45, that means that they will be there by 1:45 at the latest. Whereas people with diffuse point patterns are usually more relaxed in their time, and they'll usually get there around 1:30 to 2 o'clock. Um, they are okay with being a little late. Formal time is traditional ways time is viewed and organized in a given culture, and monochronism versus polychronism is also a big component of nonverbal communication, according to Burgoon, Guerrero, and Floyd. Monochronism is how basically American culture values time and treats it as tangible, so we think we can save time, lose time, and use time. Polychronism is more holistic and fluid, so in places like the Middle East, they see time as more infinite and that basically allows them to be more relaxed with their time because they don't see it as such a valuable thing. Some things I need to work on individually are procrastination, showing up to events that have a set time late or very last minute. This can be seen as impolite. And then also underestimating the amount of time it takes to do certain tasks. And this goes hand in hand with procrastination. Solutions, according to Elizabeth Lombardo of Psychology Today in 2017, these are a few of her reasons. She said to stop catastrophizing. And what is that? That is basically where we make a task seem like it is it's very big. So we see it as the most grueling, excruciating thing we have to do, which is why we push it off until the very last minute. I need to change my mindset to more long term rather than short term. And I need to chunk my tasks. And that basically means if I have something due in a week, I need to do a little bit of that assignment every day for the for 6 to 7 days until I basically get it done, and that'll basically take some stress off of me. And then lastly, I need to stop making excuses. Here's a photo I thought was pretty cool, especially for procrastinators because we will all understand. This red circle says things I should do, and then things I would like to do is in the blue circle, and those basically combine with each other. Basically saying that things I should do, some of the things I should do are things I would like to do, um, but none of those things happen to be things I do when I'm procrastinating. So it's basically just literally something you do at that time to push off having to do something you need to do. I'm sorry if that got confusing right there. Lastly, here are some group questions. Uh, do you procrastinate yourself? How do you deal with it? Why did you procrastinate if you ever did? And what was your reasoning? And then what are some tips for me? And then lastly, this are my references. Thank you for tuning into my presentation.